Hey folks, it's Lindsey Holson back in the building. SPS, that is, at the DC Elite Summer League with my guy, Mr. Vito Jordan. He will give me a pound. We got a little hand surgery. Yeah, you good. Over it, going into his third year at Warren Fitzgerald. Last time we sat down and talked, we were at Warren Fitzgerald for the Ratio Williams Foundation basketball tournament. Now we're here for the DC Elite Summer League. So how you been, man?
I'm great, man.
Great. Did you got your COVID beard going on?
I do. I got it going on.
Yeah, that's cool.
I get mixed reviews.
Mixed reviews.
To cut it or keep it.
If you keeping it, the reviews can't be that bad, because even still, I'm gonna get you real tighter right there. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, good. They can hear you. They want to hear you, man. So Warren Fitzgerald. So talk about transitioning as a coach when it comes to one program to another, because that's what so many coaches do. But what advice can you give them when it comes down to a transition?
You just gotta be able to reset, to restart. I think the biggest thing for me was to get that energy level back up to rebuild.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
I know when I walked into a situation, I knew it was a rebuilding situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of great things there. It's actually a hidden gem.
I believe it.
Man, like a phenomenal situation. So for me, able to land there, I knew from looking from the outside in, it was just kind of looked at as the Martin Luther King Day tournament or the holiday classics or events, man. But when I got there, I was like, man, this got a chance to be a very special place. And so far it's been nothing but great.
Well, Coach Kopicki has created a legacy. And he's still affiliated with the program?
He is. That was number one. He had to stay around.
Like you can't take off.
Tremendous help.
So I think this is an excellent opportunity for coaches out there. You've had success as a coach, and you talk about that reset. Let me ask you a little bit more personal question about the ego part. Because I can only imagine that your ego gets connected to the success of your program. So now you got to be like, I'm starting all over again. Right. I mean, is that a fair question to ask? So we'll talk about what that experience was like.
Oh man, it was rough. It was rough, man. My first year, we were 4-15.
Oh wow!
I think we didn't win a game after January.
Wow!
It's just about continuing to change the culture. And then this past year, we were 9-5 and finished second from last to second place. So we headed in the right direction. I'll just continue to build.
So I know you got a lot of great basketball people around you on all levels, and I know they're probably saying, "Vito, you good," but still, I'm only assuming. They say you shouldn't assume, but you still probably took a personal issue with what was going on, and you had to work your way through your own little funk despite the support you got. So how was that for you?
It was tough. But, once I landed at Fitzgerald and I saw everything, the resource and the administration, how supportive they are, and the location of it and facilities, I'm like, it immediately got me back. Got me back on. It's just a matter of not just climbing the ladder. You want to get there so quick. It's like, it's hard when you was already there. It's like, I know it take a minute, but as a competitor, you want it right now. So it's just gotta be patient.
I just read today, and I'll put that up on the screen. Confucius once said, the man who wants to move a mountain has to take one stone at a time.
Right.
And we don't really want to be hearing that. Move this mountain, man. So let's talk about your experience with this generation of athletes, to have kind of coached as long as you had, to have had the success that you have. You see Cowboy behind us making a cameo right there. Ain't a real event unless Cowboys in the building. But just give me your assessment on what it's like coaching this generation of athletes, things that people may be right about them or things that may be wrong about them, if you have any thoughts.
I just think it's kind of a microwave society, not even just with kids, just in general. So for me, I'm not the easiest person to play for, but I am brutally honest.
Sure.
And I think that's one of the issues why we have so many kids transferring every year, not just in high school, but in college.
They don't want to hear the truth.
They don't want to hear the truth. And so that's the hardest thing to face. And so for me, I don't want to be that person when you look up, because it's more than basketball. The basketball is going to stop. But you got to be able to, when you become a man, it's reality. And so I don't want to be that person to lie to kids or mislead them. They don't ever leave me. They're going to be like, man, I might not like it, but coach was honest with me. He's telling me the truth.
And I'm experiencing that, putting my sports psychology hat on. I have clients that I work with, and I may have a conversation with them and just say something in passing that's rooted in where we are and what we talk about, the people I'm with like you, and they may take issue with it. They'll work through it, but I'm like, would you rather I tell you the truth and help you, or tell you something that's just going to have you going blind out here? Right. One thing I'm hearing now, and you're at a point with the individuals you coach, would it be fair to say some of your alumni are in their mid to late 20s right now?
Yeah. Okay. I got a few that's coaching college basketball now.
Man, your kids is coaching.
Yeah,
good job. That's a good feeling. Talk about that age group, that men and women in particular who may not have met their standard and hit their goals as what people expected of them, but maybe doing other great things in life. Like, for example, I don't know who this person is who's coaching college, but maybe they didn't hit the goal that they set. Right. What is it like dealing with them now when they make their way back around? When they're like, yeah, coach, I learned from this situation. I mean, can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Those who can accept constructive criticism, and even in the working force as we as adults, I just feel like they tend to kind of make out better in the long run. Mm-hmm. Everybody who doesn't want to be a millionaire or to tell you some things is easy, but you got to be able to handle adversity. Just like I think that's the first question you asked me: how was the adversity? And that's never going to stop. Mm-hmm. And so those guys who can handle coaching and constructive criticism from the teachers, from their parents, I just feel like they do well in the long run with being able to handle different obstacles that's going to be thrown their way.
All right. Well, when people are having a challenge, I want to put on this video, say, listen to Coach Vito, what do you say about that? So before we get out of here, let's talk about your expectations for Warren Fitzgerald going into next season.
I love it at Fitzgerald. Next year, I think we could be really good. We were supposed to play in the district championship this year, and we had COVID. So we were supposed to play De La Salle, but we got it shut down, of course, and so we got everybody returned.
Oh, man.
So now it's just about getting some young guys in there and continuing to, people now see us. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Before, Kapicki did a great job, but I don't think as many places we traveled, it wasn't like, oh, there go Fitzgerald, there go Fitzgerald. Yeah. Now the brand is hopefully kind of could take a name of his own, and people start to see, like, man, they got something good going over there, and it become a viable option for athletes.
Yeah, you're definitely going to add to that brand. I'm sitting here with Vito Jordan, head coach at Warren Fitzgerald. Keep an eye out for these guys. He's bringing it. Anybody want to give a shout out to before I let you go?
No, I just appreciate you having me.
Hey, I think that's the best route.
I might say one person, it's how some people mad.
Oh, man, they're going to be mad anyway. Show love to Vito. Hey, man, happy for you. Next time I see you, be out of that cast. I was just in the boot, man. It's real out here, right?
Yeah.
All right, this is Lindsey Huddleston with SPS. See you guys later. Take care.
Thanks.
Hey folks, it's Lindsey Huddleston with SPS. Thank you for watching the video, and also thank you for supporting our young people. I'm in a very unique position. I am a sports psychology consultant, but I also have media credentials, cover collegiate and high school sports. Just the past few seasons, I covered Michigan State football and basketball as an example. And one thing is true across the board for college level athletics, they do not, in most cases, prepare our young people to talk to the media. I'm probably the friendliest media person they'll come in contact with. So with that being said, I want to offer my service to you and to your young person as it relates to media training, not only to help them be successful talking to the media regarding their sports, but also in life. Give them the confidence to communicate who they are and put a positive foot forward. So with that being said, you can reach me at the email below, lh@TheSPSEdge.org. We are a nonprofit organization, so anything you do is not only going to support your young person, but other young people as well as it relates to overcoming mental toughness and mental health in today's society. So with that, thank you for your support. Hopefully I can help your young person get the SPS Edge.